Story time. Last week I texted my business partner Cameron. I was like, hey, I want to start a YouTube video. Yeah, it's 2023, but short form content's not really my strong suit, I don't think. And I just like to talk too much, especially about things that I like talking about. And let me tell you something. I haven't even uploaded a video yet, and I am broken. Capital B, broken. This is the fourth time I've done this video. The first time I did it, I rambled, didn't really love what I said, whatever. It was kind of a makeshift thing. Anyway, second time I did it, I loved it, edited it, put it up on YouTube, watched it back through on YouTube and realized I forgot to adjust the audio track. So there's like 8 minutes of me talking, but you're not be able to hear me because there's music blaring. Big mistake on my part. Just tried it again an hour ago, realized I did the entire video, loved what I said, didn't even press record on the camera. I'm an idiot. It's so much easier recording other people when you can look through your viewfinder, look through your screen and know exactly what's going on. Recording yourself, this shit's hard. I have a lot of respect for YouTubers out there. There's something kind of freeing about doing this simplistic as well. I show up on a wedding day sometimes and my camera rig is like so built out with monitors and mics and filters and matte boxes and all that kind of stuff. But just to like sit out here on my porch and like just put my camera on a tripod and talk to a recorder, like it's actually kind of nice. Like I'm not having to think too much about it, which is ironic it's ironic that it took me 5 times to do this video, because this is such a simple setup and I'm not really going to do a lot in the name of like, you know, stylizing my shots or anything like that. It's just more like just talking head pieces. So who knows if I'll ever get past this video. I'm determined to finish this one. But will I do another one? God, who knows? This shit's hard. Anyway, I'm persevering. We're getting through. I want to talk about how to get started as a wedding photographer and videographer. Oftentimes when you buy a camera, that's kind of where you gravitate towards. And used to be like it kind of was looked down upon. Maybe it still is. I don't care. I've been doing this for 6 years now. We now make over, $200,000 a year doing this. And I think it's a great source of income. And I think it's a great profession. I also think it's one of the few forms of photography and videography that's safe right now, because with the rise of AI generated images and videos and things like that, there's a lot of forms of creativity that are going to die because of that. But I think event photography, concert photography, sports, and weddings are still pretty safe, viable option. And I want to talk a little bit about our experience over the last 6 years, and maybe if getting into the wedding space is something you're interested in, maybe we can help you speed up the process and not have to go through the headaches that we went through. So I want to talk a little bit about getting started. There's 2 main things that I think that can help you get started with your journey of being a wedding photographer and videographer. And the number one thing that I would give advice to somebody wanting to do this is to start as a second shooter. Before you jump out on your own, be a second shooter. This is not something that I did. I got asked to do a random wedding one year, 6 years ago. I didn't know anything about the industry. And it took me 3 years to really get my feet up under me, to really understand what the industry was and how to properly get clients and all these different kind of things. And it took a long time. Being a second shooter is so valuable for one reason, and one reason only. It teaches you the beats of the wedding day without all the pressure having to be on you. There's nothing more nerve-wracking than shooting your first handful of weddings and not really knowing what the hell is going on. You can watch the YouTube videos of other people shooting wedding days and so on and so forth. And that's all well and good, but you'll show up the first day and all of that will leave your brain, and you're going to be in a cluster and you're going to not know what to shoot or anything like that. And so, being a second shooter teaches you the beats of the wedding day. It teaches you, the flow of a day, and it lets you see different styles of weddings in action. So that way you're prepared when you step out on your own. My piece of advice would be to try to be a second shooter 8 or 10 times before you branch out on your own. And if you're eager and you're humble and you want to learn and you add value to your first shooter, they're going to give you a lot of leeway and a lot of runway. Side note, don't show up as a second shooter only looking to advance your portfolio. adding to your portfolio is a plus of being a second shooter. And if you work for a really good first shooter, they will allow you to take the work that you shot and add it to your portfolio. But don't show up on your second shooter job to advance your career. Be a learner. Okay. Figure out what you don't know and add value to your first shooter by being a learner, being a helper, being humble, and adding value to them. That is going to go such a long way. And whenever you do branch out on your own, if you have given your first shooter a really great experience, they will recommend you. So being a second shooter really helps you, and it is a way for you to add up your portfolio, but it's also a way for you to learn the ins and outs of a wedding day without all the pressure just being solely on you. The second thing I would say is to fill out your portfolio in a robust way as much as possible. Now, I'm not saying you have to have your final portfolio, the most proud thing you've ever, done. But what I am saying is, your portfolio should be a reflection of A, the work that you've done, and B, the work that you want to do moving forward. One of the things that Cameron and I, Cameron's my business partner, and you'll hear me reference her a lot, but one of the things that we did that was a mistake is that we dug ourselves a ditch of shooting weddings and events that we didn't want to shoot as far as, stylistically. They weren't inspiring to us, and they weren't the kind of styled weddings we want to shoot, because we said yes to everything. You do not have to say yes to everything right off the bat. I promise you, in the long run, you'll grow in a more efficient manner if you say yes to the projects you want to shoot. Now, every now and then it's worth it to maybe shoot some, wedding that's uninspiring to you. For us, we got into this unfortunate niche of shooting barns and country western style weddings. We met a lot of great people and we had a lot of fun times, but we weren't doing inspiring work. Inspiring to us, at least. And that was unfortunate. And the nature of the wedding industry is that you build yourself out 12 and 18 months in advance. And if you are doing uninspiring work, it can sometimes take you 2 to 3 years to dig yourself out of that hole just because you're trying to pay the bills. You don't have to say yes to everything. And the point I was getting to earlier was that there are moments where it's worth it to maybe shoot a wedding that maybe you don't love the style if the money is right. We have done certain weddings for $5,000 and $6,000 and $7,000 that were not exactly our first choice stylistically, but we had a great time and we made money. And sometimes you will need to do that from time to time. However, if you build your portfolio out the right way, you'll attract the right clients. And I'll do a video here soon about marketing and what your portfolio should have in it and all that kind of stuff. But build it out the way you want to build it out. And you do that by investing in yourself early. I'll also do another video about what the startup costs for, starting your own photography and videography company in the wedding industry is like. But one of the things you're going to have to do is invest in yourself by setting up a styled shoot. Shoot exactly what you want to shoot by setting up some sort of style shoot. And you can do this on a budget by, looking through social media and finding a model couple who will model for you if you rent them a dress and a tux, and find some details and a bouquet of flowers and a cake and things like that, and set up a little styled shoot. You'll often find that vendors are really eager to help with styled shoot as a way to reach a new audience. So that's a really great plus. Another thing that you could do is find a friend that has been married in the last couple of years, ask them to put on their dress and get their partner, their husband, their wife, or whatever to put on their dress or suit or whatever, and have them model for you. That's a great way to set up a shoot in a controlled environment and kind of flesh out some ideas that you have, and add your portfolio the right way. What this channel is not going to be is a way for me to teach photography on a basic level. But what it is going to be is to help you learn and grow your business in a effective and efficient manner by doing the things that we skipped in order to kind of help yourself get ahead. So yeah, hopefully you're able to get some value out of this, and hopefully we're going to be able to help you grow your business the right way, in an efficient way. And I don't really know what my YouTube journey is going to be like, but I'm just going to get on here and talk from time to time, and the people who really find value in it, you'll hang with us, and we'll keep going. So, if you do like the content, subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and then we'll see what we can create from here on out. So, if you hung out with me this long, congrats to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.